Tene koto I tene eta. Welcome. Good morning. I'm really here on behalf of our dean to welcome all of you, particularly those who are attending from other faculties. And perhaps the first thing I'd like to do is to thank everyone on the business school team who was responsible for putting the event together. When I was an undergraduate, I happened to be blessed with a very good memory. My colleagues would tell you I don't have that anymore, and I often even forget their names. But one of the benefits of having a really good memory was I didn't have to study. And my girlfriend at the time, now my wife, was very angry all the time because I would go to movies the night before final exams. And I had a real fun time when I would show up for the exam the next day. They'd be held in a large gymnasium, and there'd be 500 people milling around waiting for them to open the doors, and everyone was looking at their notes, and they were all asking each other questions, and I would delight. And when they said, "Oh, is there 6 of those?" and I would go, "Oh no, I think there's only 5." And you know, and they'd say, "Oh, I can't remember this." And I go, "Oh yeah, I'm sure it's whatever." And I would just enjoy playing with people's brains on those kinds of things. Now, in the modern context, of course, if we had personalized, authentic assessment, I wouldn't be able to get away with that. All right? That was a symptom of the assessment being based purely on knowledge and not your ability to apply it and use it in a meaningful context. So for someone who could just easily remember everything in the first place, the examinations really didn't mean very much. So as Nabil pointed out, the topic today is extremely timely because of the new policy. But I would just set the policy out of your mind, to be honest. I think good instructional design requires that you think about assessment from the beginning anyway. And if you plan your curriculum well, you will probably end up meeting most of the things that are in the policy anyway, and you may only have a few tweaks to do. There was a fair bit of acrimony in terms of passing the policy, and you'll all be aware of that. But the good thing that came out of it is that we have this renewed focus on assessment. There are a number of challenges to assessment, of course. One of these is simply the number of different uses that we have for assessment. So particularly in the business school, for example, we have a process called assurance of learning. And basically we have to demonstrate to our accreditors that students actually have gained the skills and knowledge that we say they should through our graduate profile. So we actually have a responsibility to be able to demonstrate learning in that way, and therefore assessment is important. Assessment, of course, is also an integral part of the learning process. It is part of how students learn, so it has that aspect to it. Assessment and the resulting grades is a way that we signal to other institutions, to employers, the achievement and the level of achievement that students have. Okay, so one of the challenges about assessment is that it has to fulfill a whole bunch of different purposes, and sometimes those are at odds with each other. A second major challenge is simply the scale of activities at which we do. There wouldn't be much problem if we met one-on-one with each student and had long engaging conversations with them. We could certainly tell the knowledge that they had gained and their ability to apply it through our discourse. But when we have hundreds, perhaps thousands of students, it's not possible to measure and interact around their learning in the same way. So the issue of scalability of what we do in assessment is a major one. So I'm sure you will be dealing with these and many other issues today. I don't have any particular wonderful insights to share with you other than I know they are challenges, and they are challenges that we all need to work through together. Unfortunately, I can't stay for the day. You can imagine the kinds of things that hit my email on the first thing on a Monday morning. But thank you for giving me the opportunity to welcome you and enjoy your time. Nabil?